This is a warning. The Grim Reaper of radio, Bob Romanik, with his off-the-record show is about to air. He's probably the nastiest and craziest son of a bitch that you've ever had the misfortune to encounter. The Grim Reaper show will be very controversial and probably quite tasteless. If you are even slightly offended by controversial matter concerning religion, racial matters, politics, or life's problems, you are hereby warned to turn this program off immediately. The Grim Reaper show will be, like his face, very scary and very ugly. At this time, not proudly, but shamefully presents to you Bob Romanik, the craziest son of a bitch on the radio today.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot. Good Wednesday morning to everybody. I don't know where I want to go this morning. Where I want to go is crazy, and I may get there before the end of the day. I want to let everybody know, and we don't really apologize, but we thank you for being inconvenienced. We're just finishing up all the great improvements on KQQZ 1190 AM. You've heard me talk about it for the last few days, that we either had to turn the station off to do all the new work to make the signal a lot more powerful, a lot more clear. And it was clear enough before, but we wanted to enhance it all we could. So it was either shut it off completely or shut it to low power, because we didn't want to have our engineers or somebody get electrocuted or hurt out there. So we shut it down to minimal power. You can still hear it, but for all you people that can't hear it as good as you'd like, as good as it used to be, you can flip over to 1430. You can get the same show on 1430. Just go from 1190 to 1430, and you'll get a 50,000-watt flame-throwing station on KZQZ. Then afterwards, instead of the country, it'll be the golden oldies. But we want to thank you guys for bearing with us. But hopefully by Friday, all the parts just got in and it'll be booming. So stick with us. But if you don't hear it as clear as you used to on 1190, for the next few days, flip it over to 1430 KZQZ. It's a 50,000, our 50,000-watt sister station. And you'll really, really hear the difference there. And in a few days, you'll hear the difference on KQQZ 1190 AM, because we're getting ready for the politicians. We're getting ready for the election year. Here, and I want to say one thing about that. You heard I'm running for state representative, but I never want to be what I hate. A no-count, low-life, good-for-nothing, political, parasitical punk that we call politicians. I don't want to be what I hate, a big shot. So I will run. I will not, I will tell you, here's my platform. I will not kiss anybody's ass. You hear me? I'm not going to kiss anybody's ass. I see these politicians out every day. They're kissing everybody's ass until they get their vote, and then they put their foot up your ass. I'm not going to kiss your ass, and I'm not going to put my foot up your ass. If elected, I'm going to go to Springfield, and I'm going to disrupt that operation. I'm going to disrupt Madigan. I'm going to disrupt that crowd. That's what they need. They don't need another ass kisser. They got Eddie the Gerbil Jackson, my opposition. He's an ass kisser. So if you people don't want to vote for Bob Romanik in the 114th district, please don't. You're not going to get stroked. You're not going to get lied to. You're not going to get your ass kissed. But what you will get is somebody who will go up to Springfield and fight the fight. Just like I fight it on the air every day, I'll fight the fight. I don't know why anybody would want a politician to kiss their ass election day and then put their foot in their ass the day after election. But that's what these son of a bitches do. So let it be known right now. I'm not your typical politician, because I'm not a politician. I'm probably not your typical public servant, because as I will fight for all the people I may do it in a little bit different way. And it may not be pretty, but war is never pretty. And that's what we have in Springfield, people. You have to elect people to represent you, not elect people who take from you. And I don't have to tell you intelligent people out there that. You know what the hell's been going on. You've heard me. I don't care about making a friend on this radio station. Don't give a damn. Hopefully I do. But that's not my intention. My intention is to make a difference. And although my message not be the way that everybody wants to hear it, I've said it 1,000 times. If I bring you $1 million cash in a clean suitcase, you'll accept it willingly and happily. If I bring that same $1 million cash to you, laced with cow manure, you'll still take it. You'll be happy to get it. So it's not the way this message is delivered. It's the message that you need to hear. And the message is, these rotten son of a bitches, until we go crazy, I mean politically, I don't even know if I mean politically crazy. Until we sit down and say, hey, everybody's tired, but nobody wants to get off their ass. I'm tired of seeing this. I'm tired of seeing that. Well, I'm tired of seeing everybody sit on their asses, including me. There was a time when I sat on my ass. And I was wrong. And I hope you good people understand. Black, white, Democrats, Republican, men, women. Hey, the gay community who's pissed off at me. And hey, what the hell? Might as well have the gay community pissed off at me. I got everybody else. But you people, you got to understand. Everybody can make a difference. You can't sit around and talk about it. You got to go and do something about it. You know, if the people get out in St. Clair County in 2016, Democrats and Republicans, and vote their conscience, not their party. The hell with this party politics. Vote your conscience. Vote for who you think's going to do right for you. And if you're in my district and you don't think I'm going to do right for you, don't be an idiot and vote for me. Vote for that other idiot. I'm the second worst candidate that could be running in the 114th state representative district. The first worst is already there. He's sitting there taking your $80,000, $90,000 a year. He's sitting there taking your pension. He's already got an $80,000, $90,000 pension from the teachers union. And where you at, Eddie the Gerbil Jackson? You and Claiborne, I said yesterday, you're the bastards that brought him to East St. Louis. You could get rid of them, but you're going to sit in the background because those people, Eddie the Gerbil Jackson, Senator Foghorn, I say Buckwheat Claiborne, they don't represent you good people. They represent the establishment. They go up to Springfield and they step and fetch for the white boys and the black politicians in Chicago. You know, I may go up there, but I'm going to use my feet, and it's not going to be to step and fetch. It's going to be to put my foot up their ass. I'll call Madigan out. I'll call every one of them son of a bitches out because, see, they're no better than we are, people. We elect these rotten bastards. Then they act like they're better than we are. But they are better if we let them be. Let's start fighting the fight, people. Let's start holding our political people to the fire, their feet to the fire. What are you going to get giving them hell? You can't get any less. You may get some response from them. You're not getting anything. We're paying them for screwing us. They're not paying us. If they were paying us, it'd be a little bit different. But all the big salaries. I read about how much the state is in debt. $5 billion worth of salaries that they can't shore up. We've got politicians. We've got Tom Holbrook that was a state representative for over 20 years. Part-time job. He's got $80,000, $90,000 a year. He's 66. Hopefully he lives forever. But if he lives to be 100, look at all these years. We're paying him $85,000, $90,000 a year for a part-time job. And I've said before, I won't take a salary. I won't take per diem $125, $130. They take that $130 every day they're in Springfield. They put $10 in their car for gas to get back and forth from home. They drive through McDonald's for $5, and they put $100 a day extra in their pocket. After the $90,000 you give them, after the insurance you give them, after the pension, the 85% pension that you give them for a part-time job. But that crap just pisses me off, people. We got to stand tall. We all got to stand tall. I'm going to take care of my little bit of housekeeping. Then I've got some emails from some real idiots And we'll get to that momentarily. And they are idiots, and we'll talk about it momentarily. The Owl Fest coming up this Saturday and Sunday, October the 24th and 25th. It's at the Treehouse Wildlife Center. That's in Dowell, Illinois. You guys heard me talking about it last year. It's on the river roads between Grafton and Alton, just off the river roads in Dowell. You go up through Elsa, Illinois, but you need to take your children. The admission is always free. If you want to give a donation, hopefully you will, but they're going to have arts and crafts, fun and food, vendors. They're going to have costume contests, a fall-themed games, a teddy bear clinic, whatever the heck that is. But that's at the Treehouse Wildlife Center. The rescue, rehabilitation, release, and educate of our furry friends, our wild furry friends that get hurt in the wild. And these great people at the Treehouse Wildlife Center, they rescue them, they rehabilitate them, and they release them. And what a great group of people. If you have any questions or concerns, if you want to be involved, get directions, you can call 618-466-2990. Another group that I want to salute, the Mid-America Horse Rescue, having their pancake breakfast fundraiser this Saturday, October the 24th. It'll be held at the Grange Hall in Millstadt, Illinois, from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. All you can eat, $10 per person, goes to a great cause, the Mid-America Horse Rescue. Any information, you can call 530-9747. And I hope you guys at the Mid-America Horse Rescue, you got the banner that we had prepared for you. They've always had a little sign. We wanted to get them a great big sign so they'd know it was a special event. And I hope that works out for you good guys. Halloween's coming up. Don't forget the free, you don't get much free anymore, but a hard way to go, the free Halloween walk through Mascoutah. It'll be located at 212 Fillmore Street. That's at the corner of South Route 4 and Fillmore. They do have a donation box for the Mascoutah Food Pantry. It's Digger's Haunted Yard. It's in its 9th year. They're going to have Jason, Freddy, all the scary features. Maybe, Digger, you ought to have the politicians from St. Clair County, because there's some scary son of a bitches. Why don't you get them all out there, and maybe we can throw some crap on them. And, well, never mind. It's an outdoor event, open every night from dark till 10 p.m. It's open later on weekends. It has wheelchair access. So if you can come out and participate, please do. And thank you, Digger. Digger at 979-5639. That's Wayne Laquette. You can give him a call. And want to say hello to all the great people out in Mascoutah. Again, we were out there last week and got a great reception. We've got the Belleville Area Humane Society. They're having a Halloween pet parade and costume contest to benefit the Belleville Area Humane Society. And it's this Sunday, October the 25th. It starts at 1 p.m. It begins at 9th Street and winds down the 1st Street by the courthouse. They're going to have a DJ, a photo booth, costume contest. Going to be categories for all the animals. It's $10 per dog entry and $25 per business entry. You can call the Humane Society, the Belleville Area Humane Society, at 235-3712. It ought to be a great time. You ought to bring your children out there. Weather should be good. That's this Sunday, October the 25th. What else do we have? The Humane Society of Missouri, they're also having a little fundraiser. It's going to be held at the Brentwood Home Depot. It's 1603 South Hanley in Brentwood. That'll be Saturday, October the 24th. They're going to have the Home Depot of Brentwood. They're going to be giving away pre-cut building materials to help build dog houses. And it says all the structures will be donated to the Humane Society of Missouri. So if you guys can get out there and help, please do. The number to call, Sharon at 314-606-7445, or Gene at 314-363-9556. Saturday night, October the 24th, at Amvets Hall in Madison, Illinois. Andy and Debbie's Haunted Hotel, the radio station, will be out there for their 30th annual adult Halloween party. Starts at 7 p.m. They're going to have dinner by Jerry's. Music by Avery Hill, and all the proceeds go to the Granite City APA. What a great cause. I want to salute Andy and Debbie for the great work they've done over the last 30 years for our furry friends, our less fortunate furry friends. Pick me up on Facebook. You can go to KQQZ 1190 AM and make any kind of comments you'd like to, or you can go to our sister station, KZQZ 1430 AM. You can like us, you can post, do whatever you'd like. You can also pick me up on iTunes. Type in Bob Romanik and/or the Grim Reaper of Radio. You can go to our streaming site, insanebroadcasting.com, one word, common spelling. And last but not least, you can pick me up at 4 o'clock p.m. on our repeat performance and broadcasting now every Monday through Friday at the stroke of midnight. On this date, October the 21st, 1492, Columbus discovered America. On this date, October the 21st, 1879, Thomas A. Edison successfully demonstrated the first durable and commercially practical electric light bulb. On this date, for all you smokers, great date for the doctors and for lung cancer. On this date, October the 21st, 1913, Camel cigarettes were introduced. On this date, October the 21st, 1936, the first commercial passenger air flight over the Pacific took place. On this date, October the 21st, 1945, women were allowed to vote in France for the first time. That's what happened on this date, October the 21st, throughout all these years in our world's history. Last night, the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition and the Republican Party, we united at Fisher's and had it was a packed house at Fisher's Restaurant last night. We again joined the Republicans, the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition, and we're all dedicated and committed. Well, we're committed in more ways than one, but we're committed to stop the culture of corruption in St. Clair County. And I want to salute all the many, many members of the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition, which helped make last night's event very, very successful, especially the Cahokia and the Allerton divisions of the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition. They were in full force, and we want to thank all of you for the attendance. I bet you there was 350, 400 people there, and over half were representatives of the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition. And again, I want to thank them. I also like to thank the new St. Clair County Republican Chairman, Doug Jameson, for a job well done. He put together a really, really great event, and we want to thank him. And but I got to say, there's some jerks in the Democratic Party, and there's some jerks in the Republican Party. There's jerks all over. And last night, there were some Republican jerks there. I won't mention any names, but they sit back like they were big shots. And let me tell some of you big shot Republicans, the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition, Bob Romanik, and everybody associated with the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition, we want to work with you. You understand me? Do you understand what I said? We're going to work with you. But I'll be a no-count, low-life, good-for-nothing son of a bitch if you think we're going to work for you. You understand? There's a difference between working with someone and working for someone. So if you think that anybody from the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition is going to take a back seat, you're mistaken. You're mistaken to the utmost. We want to work with the good Republicans. We don't want to work with the bad Republicans. We don't want to work with the bad Democrats. We don't want to work with the bad anybody. And there's bad in any group you go. But for the most part, the St. Clair County Republican Party and the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition, we worked well together, and we're committed to continually working together throughout the rest of 2015 and 2016 to help stop the St. Clair County culture of corruption, the St. Clair County Democratic Central Committee. There's a lot of people out there that were Democrats that I believe will not vote Democrat in 2016 because they have found out through the radio station, through print media, through talking with their neighbors and friends, through not seeing anything done the last 3 or 4 years. I don't think it's going to be a party for the political parties. At the end of the day, a victory party for the political parties. It's going to be a victory for the people of St. Clair County. I think there'll be a lot of Democrats going over to the Republican side, not because they're Republicans, but they're intelligent enough, they're smart enough to know that they're going to vote the person, not the party. So again, I want to thank Doug Jamison, the St. Clair County Republican chairman. Job well done. A lot of good, hardworking Republicans. Mary Thurman, I'd like to thank her personally, and she knows what I'm talking about. I'd like to thank her. But there's some Republicans that were there that I like to put my foot up their ass, because that's what's wrong with the Republican Party in St. Clair County. They won't get together. You've got some shills. You have some shills in the Republican Party that run right back to Mark Sweet Cakes Kern, and that's hell. That's as bad as the plantation Negroes below the hill. These good people through the outer area of St. Clair County elect some of their Republican parts, their counterparts, to represent them. And instead of representing them, they go up and they tell Mark Sweet Cakes Kern everything's going on. They work with them. So I say to you bastards, the bad part of the Republican Party, hey, you can kiss my white, hairy, non-political ass. But anyway, we'll take it from there later. Talking about the school board and talking about these political people, I want to thank James Saffold Sr. from Muscuda, Illinois. He always sends some nice, very informative letters. And he says here, the system isn't flawed. The people representing us are. And James, I couldn't agree with you anymore. It says the school board members, county board members, senators, state representatives, have you ever seen them in your neighborhood? Hell no, James, I agree with you. They keep us, they are to keep us informed and sit down and listen to us, but they never do. And it says the vote that they vote should reflect the voices of the people in his or her district that they represent. Never happens. He says, but they're not hearing your voice, and they don't want to hear your voice until the day of the election, and then they want to hear your voice and take your vote. James, you're exactly right. And I tell all people, when are you guys going to wise up? When are you guys going to wise up? You keep voting for these people year after year after year, and what do you get? You get nothing. You get nothing from them. But they'll come back and say, you got to vote for us because we're Democrats. You got to vote for us. You can't vote for Republicans. I tell these rotten bastards, number one, they're not your friends because they're lying to you. You can vote for whoever you want on either side of the aisle. And I would hope that everybody would hear our message, the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition's message. Vote the person, not the party. Why would you want to vote for everybody in a party? I say, look at the Democrats, look at the Republicans in 2016. And I'm not a hypocrite. I'm a lot of things. I'm not a hypocrite. If you see a Democrat for a position that you really feel in your heart after you've researched that he's the better candidate, then vote for him. Don't vote for somebody because there's a D behind their name or an R behind their name. Vote for them because you believe that they're qualified. You believe that they're going to do something for you, your community, your country. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and we're going to get on some of these emails. Also, I want to talk about this toll fee. This toll fee, $400 or $500. And there's been a lot of people that have experienced the rape, the financial rape of having to pay for a toll fee that is nothing more than a letter that somebody signs off on, so you can then go get your car and spend another $400 or $500. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the school district. This is America's Voice of Freedom. We are the Patriots. You can call toll free anytime. 1-888-394-1430 on the east side. 394-1190. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio. And you've been listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom. Radical radio, and you'll hear momentarily at its finest. And we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot.
From KQQZ 1190 AM, St. Louis, Missouri, USA, you're listening to Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, your guardian of the First Amendment, Radical Radio. And we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot. Before I go crazy on these idiots that sent me some emails, hey, I still wish the teachers of Local 1220, School District 189, keep up the fight. You got this rotten, no-count, low-life, good-for-nothing bastard Arthur Culver, who's making $300,000, who's eating every day when you guys are out there on the picket lines. Don't let them stall you out. And I would challenge again, where are you at, Amika, you stink of Jackson Hicks? Where's your papa? Where's your daddy? Where's your daddy, Eddie the Gerbil? Where's Senator Claiborne? We had one preacher come out and yell for 5 minutes, and he's gone. We got to stick together, people. I went to School District 189. I received a really good education. I didn't have all these obstacles. But now, since the political arm has really taken hold of these school districts, not just in East St. Louis, all throughout this great country, it's like a political arm in itself. And let's keep politics. Let's keep politics, they say, out of the church, but it's always there. But let's really keep it out of our educational system. There's no room for politics, especially greasy, sleazy politics that are played here in St. Clair County. Apparently, sometimes my language is offensive. Well, no, not sometimes, most of the time. But, life is offensive sometimes. Nothing's perfect in this world. We got this mayor over in Chesterfield. I like to meet the guy. His name's Bob Nation. They filed a complaint against the mayor because he used bad language. Hey, get a life, you idiots. I've heard priests cuss worse than I do. I had a 97-year-old lady that told me, keep it up, Bob. And I said, well, I can't apologize for my language. That's who I am. She says, you don't have to apologize. 97 years old. She says, do what you got to do. Now, there's a lady that believes in everybody's rights, but people want to shut you up. If you don't say exactly what they say, they want to shut you up. But this mayor in Chesterfield, Missouri, I don't know if anybody's got a take on it, but this guy must be something. And I like him. He's a man first. He's a human being. And then what he does is work as the mayor of Chesterfield, Missouri. What, you mayor they can't talk? His tone was hostile and intimidating. This one ignorant, stupid bastard said. And he called somebody a son of a bitch who needs to go. Now that's egregious. Now that should get him 5 years in the pen. How the hell can you call somebody a no good son of a bitch and who needs to go? Now that's a rotten bastard. Yeah, well, I must be a total rotten bastard because I've probably used that more times than this guy's got years of his age. But people want to bitch about the littlest things. Don't bitch about what I say. Bitch about what I do. Bitch about what these politicians don't do. I don't give a damn about any verbiage. Who the hell cares? Where's my emails with some of these idiots? First, Anonymous, thank you very much. She's talking about the $850,000 spent on weeds over in Fairview Heights. Hey, you guys in Fairview Heights, you must have more money than sense. She says, or he says, whoever Anonymous is, it never fails to amaze me how much taxpayers' local dip crap, these dip crap elected officials are willing to blow. Now, what do you mean, Anonymous? Blow what? What are you telling me? They're not gay. Is that what you're trying to insinuate? And anonymous. Number one, let me know if you're a man or a woman. And number two, I always appreciate your emails. Now, here's talk about the mayor of Chesterfield. Here's a gal, Sandy Hellman. Now, we've switched over to 1430 KZQZ while our signal is being upgraded on 1190 so everybody could hear my show. And if you don't want to hear it, turn it off. Go to another station. Again, I've never snuck in your house and superglued your knobs, or snuck in your car and superglued your knobs to either 1190 or 1430. Some of you must have been playing with your knobs too much because I think you're idiots. But anyway, Sandy Hellman apparently listens to us on KZQZ. I've been an avid listener to your station for quite a while. Until today, I heard you talking about rotten bastard politicians. Rotten bastard politicians, hear me out. And she says, really, don't think that is appropriate language for a decent radio station. What's going on? Sandy Hellman. Sandy Hellman, I'll tell you what's going on, you stupid, ignorant, no-count, un-American skank. Here's what's going on. I'm exercising my First Amendment rights. Do you understand that? Are you sending me this email from Russia, from Iran, Iraq, Pakistan, Afghanistan? You stupid, ignorant, no-count, good-for-nothing, un-American piece of crap. Drive through Jefferson Barracks Memorial Cemetery. Drive through one time. Look at those brave military heroes that gave me and you and everybody else the right to talk free, to be free. See, this pisses me off. Tell me because I say rotten bastard politicians that you're going to chastise me, Sandy Hellman? Are you nuts? Are you nuts? Drive through Jefferson Barracks one time, Sandy Hellman. And if you don't get goosebumps, if you don't see all those brave military heroes that some of them died fighting to give me and you the right to live free, and you're going to chastise me for the inappropriate language, rotten bastard politicians, I guarantee you've heard worse than that in your household. Talk about decent. You don't know what decent is. You're one of these do-gooders, Sandy Hellman, that you probably kick your dog, run around on your husband, and take money from the collection box on Sunday at church. I said probably. I don't know you, but I know you're a complete idiot. And Sandy Hellman, may I ask, are you related to this other jerk I'm going to talk about, Terry Hutton, and I'm going to talk about him next. Terry Hutton, he's probably your brother or husband, or maybe both. Maybe both, Sandy Hellman. He could be your brother and husband. And he probably is, because you're that much of an inbred idiot. I would advise that you either turn the station off and turn to one of your liking, or throw your radio away, because it doesn't get anything but worse here, Sandy. If all I said was rotten bastard politicians, you must not have been listening very long, and it must have been a good day for me. Good days that I don't have many of. But for you, Sandy Hellman, you can kiss. Now, you said I was wrong when I said rotten bastard politicians. Well, here, you can kiss my white, hairy, stinky, old, wrinkled ass, Sandy Hellman, and tell your husband, brother, boyfriend, daddy, whatever the hell kind of inbred crap's going on in your household, that they can all do the same thing. But it pisses me off. You don't have to like me, but like this great country. And in this great country, we can say whatever the hell we want. But it's people like this Sandy Hellman. If you don't say exactly what I want to hear, I'm mad. Do you think this world revolves around you? Do you think this world revolves around you? And here's the other idiot, Terry Hutton. Why add that stupid dark side show that Bob does to the oldie station? Isn't one station enough for it? Got to do it again and just down the dial. Makes no sense. Bob must have quite an opinion of himself. What an ego. Hey, you know what? Yes, I do, because I'm a decent person, Terry Hutton. Are you Sandy Hellman's brother and husband at the same time? I don't know. But anyway, yes, I do. And apparently so do you. So do you, you idiot. But I tell you, your mama's got a pretty good opinion of me. Just ask her, will you? Ask her. She'll tell you, Terry Hutton, what a great lover I am, what a great guy I am. Just ask her. But you idiot, who the hell do you think you are? You must have quite an opinion of yourself, because I'm supposed to listen to you and I'm supposed to back off because you don't like it? What do you think? Look outside. Those aren't sticks walking around. Those are people. Do you think you're the only person on the face of this earth? You jerk off? Do you think you're the only person on the face of this earth? Do you think your opinion should stop me from giving my opinion? That's what you've said, you idiot, Terry Hutton. Your opinion should stop me from giving my opinion. Apparently, Terry Hutton, you listen to my show, so you're the complete idiot. Why the hell are you listening? And you must be a product, and I don't know, you must be a product of a woman, maybe I say, having sex with the sheeps. Because you're like a sheeple. You know what I mean? You think people are going to follow you around? You think because Terry Hutton says something, you stupid-ass bastard, you son of a bitch, you think because Terry Hutton says something and tells Bob Romanik that I think too much of myself? No, you think too much of yourself to think that I'm going to stop saying what I say because you don't like it? You're one of 300 million people in this great United States, Mr. Hutton. And Mr. Hutton, our Miss Hellman, and she goes by, here, if you want her email, it's Sandy period H at whisperhome.com. What the hell does that mean? I had a friend, not me, of course. I had a friend of mine that attended a whorehouse one time in Vegas called Whisper House because they were whispering. Now, it wasn't me, of course. It was one of my friends. But Sandy Hellman, feel free to give me a call. But again, you can contact her at Sandy period H at whisperhouse.com, and Terry Hutton at Hutton Terry. Oh, that's really original. Ignorant son of a bitch. Can't even come up with a stage name. At HUTTONTERRYO@gmail.com. That's Terry Hutton. So, Terry, I got to tell you, you idiot, if not, you need to get together with Sandy Hellman, because you two inbred, stupid, no-count, idiot, un-American folks, I'll use that term folks, I don't know why. I heard it last night. I thought it sounded kind of quaint. You guys need to get a life. This is America. I'll say what I want. The mayor of Chesterfield apparently says what he wants. And I guarantee you in your household, you're going to hear a lot worse than rotten bastard politician. You're going to hear a lot worse. So both of you, once again, and anybody else out there that don't like what I talk about, don't like how I talk about it, kiss my white, hairy, stinky, wrinkled ass and go turn to the Disney Channel. And all you fairies can listen to the fairies. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of Radio. And you're listening to the all-new KQQZ, 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ, 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting at its finest. America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio. I don't know why we call it that. And we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot.
From KQQZ 1190 AM, St. Louis, Missouri, USA, you're listening to Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of Radio.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of Radio, off his medication today, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ, 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ, 1430 AM, Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, very proud to be the Patriot. We're talking about the upgrade on 1190, so people switch over to 1430. And I've got a real good friend of mine just text me. A real good friend. Hold on. What the hell? I got a flip phone and I still can't work this crap. And he owns the Hog Pit in Grafton, a great barbecue restaurant in Grafton, Illinois. If you guys ever get up to Grafton on the Great River Roads, stop by and get their barbecue at the Hog Pit Bar and Grill. And it's a Hog Pit. It's not, they have motorcycles there, but these are motorcycle guys that are doctors, lawyers during the week, and they ride their motorcycles on the weekend. Some people drive by, and I think they're kind of afraid to stop. There's no motorcycle gangs go to Grafton and enjoy the scenery and the wine. They're someplace smoking dope and trying to kill people. But anyway, Quincy, thank you very much. Quincy says here, Bob, your show sounds good and loud and clear on 1430 up here in Jacksonville, Illinois. Keep up the good work, Quincy. We're booming. We're booming on 1430 up to Jacksonville, Illinois. You know how far that is? We're going all over the place. I told you 4.5 million potential listeners. 1190, when it's improved, it'll go up just about that far. We're going to kick some ass this political season. We've got some callers. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Yeah, good morning, Bob.
Hello, how you doing? Who is this?
This Little Peanut from the Little People's Association of America.
Hey, Little Peanut, before you get going, can I ask you a question? Do you little people have little penises?
Well, I tell you what, Bob, up until you upstaged in Freebird, we had dickles, but now my wife tells me it's little. Because you really upstaged us, Bob. You really got outside your body in Freebird. And I just want you to know the Little People Association of America ain't forgot about it.
Hey, is that a threat? Hey, do the little people, do you guys have little brains and little intelligence? Is everything little with the little people?
Well, I tell you what, Bob, I'm tuning in to 1430 now, and it brings me grief that this radio station is coming in so clear and beautiful. But I tell you what, Bob, we're going to ban this word midget, leprechaun, Santa tails, and all of that, Bob, because you really made it hard for the little people of America, and we're not done.
Hey, Little Peanut, I really like you, and I know you're fighting the cause with the little people, but will you do me a favor and either grow up or jump up and kiss, not you, because I think you're a decent guy, some of your little people members that think like this ignorant, stupid lady, this Sandy Hellman, who thinks that whatever she says is the way it should be. This is America. Can you tell the little people to grow up and let the big people do what they do, because the big people don't give a damn what the little people are doing?
Well, see, Bob, my response to that is, it's a lonely world down here. It's a lonely world down here, Bob, and I don't think you understand. The fight ain't over. You always said one thing on your show, Bob. Tall. I can't stand tall, but I'm going to fight. And we're going to fight for the Little People Association of America, and we ain't forgot what happened to Freebird. We couldn't even go up and buy hot dog because our arms couldn't reach, and we seen you, Bob, and we ain't forgot.
Hey, Little Peanut, thank you very much. You always make my day. Little Peanut from the Little People's Association. I mean, they're trying to fight the fight. They're trying to fight the fight. They haven't really grown up yet. So little people, hey, stay out of my friend's town to Freeburg, Illinois. And since we brought it up, Little Peanut, I want to salute once again the good people in Freeburg, the mighty midgets, for standing tall and not letting somebody like this Sandy Hellman, who emailed me, or somebody like this Terry Hutton, who emailed me, these two idiots. The good people of Freeburg are not going to let anybody else leave and lead their lives. They're going to live their own lives. And again, I want to salute the people of Freeburg. Little Peanut, thank you very much. It's hardly ever a pleasure when you call, but you got the right to call. I don't know how the hell you got up to that phone. Somebody must have lifted you up, but thank you very much. School teachers, School District 189, keep up the fight. We're pushing for you. Anything we can do for you, we're going to do. And you stupid, ignorant son of a bitch, Arthur Culver, this no-good bastard is fighting the teachers. He's going to try to stall them out. He's going to try to wait them out. Why the hell does he get paid Why the hell do you, School District 189 administrators, why do you pay Culver when he's not administering anything? Because schools aren't in session. He should lose his pay just like the teachers are losing their pay. And I would hope the school district, the political leaders in East St. Louis, I hope they would all get together and support our teachers. Again, our teachers who have in their hands, who train, who teach, who mold our most precious commodity, our children. And the good people of East St. Louis, they don't need any more setbacks. The proud black community has had setback after setback. They try to fight the fight, but I would tell you all in East St. Louis, all below the hill, and even above the hill, black and white, as long as you enable these rotten bastard, no-count, good-for-nothing, political, parasitical punks that we call politicians, as long as you enable them, they're going to keep doing what they're doing. If you own a store and I come in and shoplift and you wave at me going out the door and don't have me arrested, I'm coming in tomorrow. Then the next day I'm coming in twice. Then the following day 2 and 3 times. If you're going to enable me to let me steal from you and not do anything about it, I'm going to continue to do it. And that's what these politicians do, people. You enable them. You let them steal from you day in and day out. You let them take your hardworking tax dollars. You let them pay their families, their friends. You let them have good pensions the rest of their lives. These politicians are making more in pensions than you people have ever made in a year's salary busting your ass. And that's just not black. That's the white community also. So let's stand together, people, because if we don't, you heard the one segment coming into my show. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And once you fall, that's when they can walk all over you. That's what they've done year after year. So let's all sit back one day. Let's realize what we have to do. Let's think about what they've done to us. And let's get really pissed off. And I don't mean politically. Let's get really pissed off. And let's make these political people, these political parasitical punks, let's make them answer to us instead of us answering to them. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of Radio, and you've been listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ, our powerhouse, 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting at its finest. America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, very, very proud to be the Patriot. I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place, if I'm around. I'll either get run over or shot one of these days, and it won't be an accident either way, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm going to speak my mind. I hope you speak your mind. It can be against me. It can be for me. It can be against anybody, people. That's your life. Nobody lives it but you. And when you're gone, nobody's going to give a damn but your family. So get out there. Let's make a difference. Let's make a positive difference for this great country. Let's all leave a mark. Let's be like dogs. Let's make sure we mark our territory. Let's do something good for our families, our communities. And the best thing we can do is continue to unite, to come together so we can expose these political parasitical bastards that we call politicians. And as always, and it's coming sooner than later, we can destroy. We can take, like zombies at Halloween, let's put a stake through their heart, their political heart, and a political stake, of course. Let's do it together, because we can and will destroy these son of a bitches before they destroy us. Destroy them politically, of course. Right here on the dark side.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time. And I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats. And they're coming to take me away, ha-ha.
The Patriot.
Your First Amendment and All-American Station. A division of Insane Broadcasting. Renegade. Radio.
KQQZ, St. Louis.